and welcome for coming and see my demo. I'm going to be showing how to build a skateboard. What you're going to need is the deck. If you don't have the grip tape on it, that's alright. You're going to need the trucks, the wheels, bolts, and your tools of choice.
Where can you get all that stuff?
Either you can get it in malls, skate shops around the city area, and Amazon. So I get a couple of my stuff I need. What you're going to do is get the tools that you need first. You need a ratchet, screwdriver, extension, a size 10.
10 millimeter?
10 millimeter socket, 9/16 socket, and a 13 millimeter.
What kind of trucks do you have? You know?
No.
Okay.
What we're going to do first is put the wheels.
Independent. Right there. So look at independent. What kind of wheels you got? What does it say? Alright, those are independent trucks.
You're going to put the ring on first, then the wheel, then your other ring, then your bolt. Now you're going to have to tighten it down.
Do you always put the wheels on the trucks before you put the
Yeah.
trucks on the board?
Just makes it a little easier instead of having to do this last, because you have to put the rings on. It's hard with the board getting in your way. You have to put them on so it will still spin freely, but it only has to have about one circle coming out on the wheel. Alright, just do it 4 times.
Do you know the proper name for that ring thing? You keep calling it a ring.
Spacing?
Probably could be a spacer or a washer. While you work on that second truck, can you pass that first one around?
Yep.
So we can see a properly assembled truck with wheels on it? Your trucks, you like them loose or tight?
Kind of loose but tight.
Or kind of
So they're not-
loose but tight. 'Cause I just noticed that these
So-
are extremely loose.
Mhm.
Do you usually ride with loose trucks or do you ride with tight trucks?
Right in the middle, because I would
Medium.
usually, I would always use, I'd always bring my toolkit with me just in case if I need to tighten them or loosen them.
Do you skateboard? Do you like skateboard regularly?
I don't do it too often, but I'm gonna try getting more into it.
Do you have friends that skateboard?
Yeah, quite a few. Now, I will tighten these up a little bit though. I usually have them so this wouldn't really move too much. So it's all for.
You know what this is called? That white thing?
Isn't that a spacer?
It's called a bushing. And that bolt that you were tightening, do you know what that's called? It's called the kingpin.
Now, you wanna put the 4 screws in.
So now the trucks are assembled, right?
Mhm.
So now what are you doing now?
I'm gonna put the trucks onto the board itself.
Does it matter how they go on or go on the
Yes,
board?
It does matter. You are gonna have technically the back facing in and then the front facing out.
You know how you remember? Bushing's always on the inside. Can you bring the board more towards the middle? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, or that way. The way that you had it lined up was good. Just put it right in the middle. That's even better.
But here's the hard part because the screws might come out. So you have to push them in. You're gonna put lock on it. I got those on. I'm gonna take the extender and then use the 10mm socket. Then you'll take this screwdriver.
Yeah. Kayla, if you line the board straight up, right down the middle, that way, yeah, almost like that. But that way we can see what's happening on the left side of the board and the right side, just like that. We can see what's happening on both sides of the board now.
Just tighten them.
Camera can and I can. How tight do you have to make those?
I usually put them so they're pretty tight. So when I'm riding, I would mainly loosen them a touch when I'm riding. But,
Really?
But when
You would usually want those as tight as you can make them, right? But you don't want the base of the truck moving.
I just have it so I can adjust it if I need to, just with the extender if I don't have my ratchet with me. 'Cause at times I'll leave it. But I tighten them as much as I can when I'm not using the board. So it doesn't allow anything to get in it.
Yeah, you would want those tight all the time. How long have you been skateboarding?
3 years?
Anybody else in the audience want to ask some questions? Do you have a favorite skater?
Whitney?
Have you ever fallen off the skateboard, and if so, how many times?
A lot that I can't count. How many?
When you're a skater, you fall all the time.
Especially when hitting rails.
Learning new tricks. Falling's just part of the process. You said hitting rails. Do you go to? Is there a skate park that you can go to?
Near my house. There's
Really?
one about 10 minutes away.
That's nice. We never had skate parks when I was growing up.
If you do tricks, what's your favorite trick to do on the skateboard?
I'd say a pivot onto a rail. It's not too hard, but it's not too easy. It's one of the more beginner tricks that I learned.
I think Michaela has another question.
What's the hardest thing to do on skateboard?
Jump kick flip.
What's it called? Have you ever tried the ollie?
Yeah. It's the first trick you would usually learn while doing it.
Who invented the ollie? Do you know?
Cannot remember.
The guy who invented the flatland ollie was Rodney Mullen.
How do you do an ollie?
You would put your feet right here at the edge, kick one foot down, then push with the other foot, and it should make the whole board flat in the air, then land.
Do you wear any protective gear when you skateboard?
Usually just my helmet and knee pads under my clothes.
What's your favorite skateboard?
I'll take this one or my longboard.
Who got you into skateboarding?
A lot of the Tony Hawk video games.
Those are some pretty good video games.
Really?
How many skateboards do you
4.
have? How do you do those skateboards? What do you do?
Rails. Rails and jumps. When you land on them at an angle, it could snap the wood. Plus, if they also get waterlogged, it makes the wood weaker. Ruby?
Has anyone said you were competitive?
No. It just happens over a period of time. Caleb?
How many skateboards do you have?
12. A couple of them are beginners for my little cousins and them, so they can start learning because they like boarding. That is it, realistically. Everything.
Round of applause. Speak really loud.
First shift is 3,000 to 350. I have to have an oven, and I'm in school. So,
Our imaginary oven is already preheated to 350.
now I'm gonna take your egg, drive it into the bowl, and then beat
Brody,
it.
trash can. For the shells. Will you get the trash can for the shell? For her. You can put the cardboard away.
And then I'm gonna beat it.
Okay. get her some paper towels. So she can put it down underneath the beaters. Like, I was thinking just bring the roll over.
Now you're gonna mix the rest of your ingredients together. 1 cup sugar.
How much sugar?
1 cup.
Do you have a particular kind of peanut butter that you like to use?
Yes, it is.
Skippy? Skippy's always the guy. Raise your hand if you're a Skippy household. You guys have Skippy? What peanut butter do you have? Jif? You're a Jif person? How about you guys? Doesn't matter? We're Jif. We're Jif people. So, okay, so you're Jif.
It really doesn't matter.
Peter Pan.
That's cookie.
Yeah.
Some people are very particular about their peanut butter.
I don't really care. I'm just ice cream. Really?
What do you use?
I'm using normal peanut butter right now. Premium.
Who do you bake with at home? Like this?
Well, I used to bake with my mom and now I bake by myself.
Okay. So is that why you're showing us this? Do you like to bake?
But 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then mix it.
Do you mix it for a certain amount of time or till it has a certain consistency? What do you go for?
Till it's mixed.
So a certain consistency. So that's the question. How will I know when it's mixed?
It's like this.
Okay. Thanks.
Thick.
Keep your beaters maybe over the paper towels. Okay.
And you line your sheet, parchment paper.
So you're interesting. Your cookies don't call for any flour.
And then make some bushes going through.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm interested.
Very good. I made some.
So right now it's sugar, peanut butter, vanilla, and eggs. Okay.
Then grab a scoop of thing and measure. So it's a tablespoon, I think, something like that. Place it into your hand.
So these are gluten-free.
That's why I brought him so you could eat them.
Bonus points. Are you gluten-free too?
No, I just normally the food I eat is gluten-free, and my mom likes to eat it too.
Right.
So maybe gluten-free food.
It's hard when you have to make dinner and somebody has to be gluten-free and other people can eat gluten and then making gluten-free pasta, regular pasta, just everybody just eats gluten-free.
We'll make one up pasta.
Do ya? A lot of times we'll just make it the whole thing gluten-free, or we're having pasta. We always have to have a gluten-free pasta or a gluten-free option brownie.
You're gonna want it to be 2 inches apart. So
We should normally fit about 12 cookies on a baking sheet.
yeah, it makes 25.
It's just weird as to like put the
It always smells really good in there.
Sure, it smells very good.
it smells nice and beautiful.
How long do you bake them for? You said the oven gets preheated to 350?
10 minutes.
10 minutes at 350? Do these cookies flatten out a lot because they don't have flour in them? Or do they stay puffed up like that?
Push them with forks.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna stop doing this.
Yeah, that's good. We get the idea. So now before you put them in the oven,
Push them with forks. In the opposite ways.
Rowan, bring it right out here in front of the table. Like just set it on the front part of the table. Yeah, there you go. So now we can really see what you're doing. Do you do powdered sugar on them, like right when they come out of the oven, or do you leave that off?
Yeah.
I prefer them without powdered sugar myself. But some people put that little powdered sugar on the peanut butter cookies right when they come out. Just a little sprinkle.
And you're gonna do that. You're gonna put it in 10 minutes in your oven. Whatever. When they're done, look at this. Just gonna have a cookie if you want them.
Yes, I want. Give her a round of applause.
Today I'm gonna make a egg and ham sandwich, and you're gonna need. I picked this one because I like eggs, because one of my favorite foods. You're gonna need a bowl, microwavable bowl, plate, ham.
Do you have a specific kind of ham that you like? Or any ham will do?
Any ham will do. Eggs, bread, any kind of bread, and napkins. Oh, and silverware. First, you're gonna need to open the eggs.
Okay, we'll get him a trash can. Sarah, go get him the trash can. And bring the trash can right up underneath him on the right-hand side of him. So that when he cracks eggs, the shells can go right into the trash can.
You're gonna need
And then
cracked
Cameron,
eggs.
you're gonna come join us.
You're gonna need a cracked egg.
How many eggs do you use in your sandwich?
4.
That is a lot.
And you're gonna need to add your ham. There.
Right to the eggs?
I'll show the eggs first.
Okay. You got napkins there if you need a napkin for your fingers. You're cracking all those eggs.
Then you add the ham. It's already cut up already.
So do you cut it up or you leave it in slices?
I cut it up already
Okay.
into pieces.
Is the microwave on? Yeah.
2 minutes. We have 2 or 3 minutes.
With that many eggs, yeah, you probably want to do at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, I put it for 2 minutes.
Now's a good time for questions. And also for a little cleanup while we're waiting. If you have questions, raise your hand so Josh can call on you.
Why do you put the ham in the eggs? Like, is it better like that? Or this is how I make them?
It's gonna make the ham hot, right? So instead of being hot eggs and cold ham, you're gonna have hot ham and hot egg.
So,
Do you make this alive?
no. I don't want to use microwave. I usually use the stove. Come on.
Are the eggs still gonna look like all liquidy or they're gonna like they're gonna be like scrambled?
Yeah, they're gonna be scrambled. Okay.
Could you use like 2 eggs? Or instead of 4?
Okay, do you need to prep your bread at all while we're?
Do you ever use like switch ham or do you just consider it?
If I really like still.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so talk us through what you're doing because you said cook it 2 minutes. So
I cook it 2 minutes and probably at like 1 minute. We can take it out and put it on here. Put it on a table and store it in. And put it in. And go let it go for the next minute. And you get the bread out. This bread is already cut. So,
Would you consider this one to be a diet foods?
what?
Would you consider this one to be a diet foods?
Yeah. And probably some butter on that bread.
who showed you how to make the sandwich?
My grandma. She makes a lot of foods.
It's gonna be hot, right?
I just put on this.
Question is it done?
No, it's not on.
And this just takes
Good.
just looks like I'm not sure if this is for the video, but whenever I make like scrambled eggs in the microwave, I put it in for like 30 seconds, stir it, put it back for 30 seconds. And so like, it's just
We watched Gabe do this earlier in the week, and he did 3 eggs. He put it in for 3 minutes. He called it a minute per egg. Didn't touch it, and they came out and they were beautiful. That's all I will say. He didn't have any ham in it. There was 3 eggs. He scrambled them up, put them in 1 minute per egg. Came out and they were like, yeah,
I'm gonna put the eggs back in.
beautiful scrambled eggs.
And I'm gonna butter the bread.
So by that rule, we would need probably at least 4 minutes to cook this. Plus maybe even longer because there's ham in it. Whether or not mixing will help, I have no idea. Sounds like it would because you do that when you're cooking on the stovetop. Scrambled eggs, you're always just kind of mixing them.
I haven't done scrambled eggs in the microwave for a long time. Well, how do you know how to do it?
you'll watch it. Oh, I was holding it for
Question is, are they done yet?
No, probably like 1 more minute.
They're getting there.
Yeah, they're definitely getting there.
It definitely smells good.
Speaking of smelling good, do you keep going, don't stop on my count. Do you season them with salt and pepper? Do you season your eggs with anything?
Sometimes. Not all the time.
Well, when you do, what do you season them with?
Salt.
Do you put cheese on this?
That's how I do it at home, but I don't really like cheese on it all the time. But sometimes I will. Yeah, mostly shredded. Butter is good.
How often do you use it?
Not really often. Most of my dad will make, you know.
Got your attention. It's gotta be done now, right? Careful, hot.
This is like food.
Yes, done.
That's done.
Okay, so now that it's audience, now that the egg and now that that's done, take us through the next steps.
You have to put on the blood now. Yes.
You use some toasted bread and milk butter.
Yeah, you can, but I don't like really toast. I don't like toasted bread.
Could you make this sandwich on a bagel?
Yeah.
Could you make it on a muffin?
Yeah.
Could you make it on rye bread?
I don't know what that is, but probably yeah.
Wheat bread?
Yeah. I like Italian bread.
Could you make it on Italian bread?
Yeah, so that's how I usually do.
Could you make this sandwich with cheese?
Yes.
That actually looks really good. Can you have some?
Fine. And I finished.
You have another question?
I was gonna say, do you normally use all four of the eggs and like put them all in the sandwich, but you can just eat the rest.
Yeah.
You can just finish.
And I'm finished.
Give them a round of applause.
Hello, and I'll be showing you how to make a fortune teller. And I have an example right here. So first you have to fold it this way.
Did you say you're starting with a square piece of paper?
I'm starting with you need
Square piece of paper.
18.5. Well, you really just need a square piece of paper. And first, so then you have like this, then you unfold it, and then you fold it the other way. Make sure you fold it up really good. Then you unfold it and then you fold it like a triangle. Then you unfold it again and you put the corners into the middle.
Who showed you how to make these?
I really was just looking through YouTube and I found an origami, so I started making origami and it comes down and everyone's stressed out. So it's really like a common thing. Then you should have a smaller square than you had before. Then you fold it halfway. Like this. And you fold it the same way on the other side. And this.
That's alright, that's a good thing about folding paper, you can unfold it.
Then you fold it in half. Then you unfold it and fold it the other way to make sure you have the increases. Then you flip it onto the other side and it should look like this. Then you put the corners into the middle to make a small square. Then you fold it in half again. You put it like this and then you unfold it. Then you fold it the other way. Then when you have it like that, you put your fingers in. And then you have a fortune teller.
Give her a round of applause.
Thank you for watching my demo, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a turkey sandwich. So first you want to grab 2 slices of bread. Next, you want to have 2 slices of turkey.
Why did you choose this for your demo?
Because it's one of my favorite sandwiches to make. And you want to put the turkey on one side.
How much turkey do you recommend?
2 slices. Next, you wanna have cheese.
Any particular kind that you like?
I like American cheese. Next, you want to add the mayo on a different side of bread. And then you just want to spread it.
You got a couple of questions.
Okay.
Do you like your mayo on the bread thin or thick?
Then
Do you use any other condiments? Mustard?
no, I just use mayo.
just mayo.
At first, when I started making turkey sandwiches, I used ketchup, and I kind of got sick of it, so I stopped. But yeah,
How picky are you with your sandwiches?
not that big. And then you just add the spice together, and then you're done.
Give him a round of applause.
So my name's Cameron Pop, and I'm going to teach you how to make homemade tea bags and turn homemade tea bags into tea. You're going to need coffee filters, string of your choice, stapler, mug, whatever herb you want. I chose peppermint, and scissors.
Peppermint tea. Homemade peppermint tea.
First, you take your coffee filter and flatten it out. Next, you're going to take it, fold it in half vertically.
Who taught you how to do this?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
You're going to fold it in half like this, make sure the crease is flat.
It wasn't like a YouTube video or you just figured this out?
And then you're going to cut around the edges as much as you want.
How much do you know what to cut?
It doesn't matter how much you cut. And then you're going to open it and add your herb. I chose peppermint because it helps settle upset stomachs and energizes people. You're going to want to add a decent amount of peppermint. And then you're going to fold it in half again and fold the top 3 times. And then you're going to fold it again. And you're going to fold the corners in. Like so. You're going to take your string, cut a decent size off, and then staple the string. Can I go grab some water?
Yes.
After you get the water, you dump the tea bag in. Let it set for a minute or 2.
Do you use hot tea or do you make cold tea?
I make cold tea and then you can warm it up in the microwave for about a minute. After it's set, yes. How long do you put it? Yeah, how long do you put it for? A minute.
And this is something that you just figured out how to do?
Yeah, I was looking at the tea bags, and I was just sort of trying to figure it out.
Do you drink tea regularly?
Yeah, it's good because you can also save some money without spending a bunch on tea bags.
What do you put in your tea? Do you put anything in your tea?
No.
Like honey or cream or sugar?
Put in some sugar in there. There's some alternative you can use. You can use chamomile, not sure. You can use lavender. I did this wrong.
What?
I did this wrong.
How? Well, what'd you do wrong?
And it's
Okay. Give him a round of applause.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm going to be showing you how to apply
makeup, you're going to need a Zeta or a person, and you're going to be needing
Who do you
blush.
usually apply makeup to?
Myself.
So,
We're going to need blush.
what does blush do?
Makes your cheek rosy.
Okay.
You're going to need powder.
What's powder do?
Like clears so you don't see all your like pores.
Are you making sandwiches?
We forgot to clear the sheet up there. Don't worry
No,
about
I'm not making sandwiches. Yes, Caleb.
What kind of powder? Baking powder?
No, makeup powder.
it. Does it come in different colors?
Yes, because there's different skin tones. You're gonna need brushes. I prefer big brush, medium brush. Fine tip brush, medium brush. And
Okay.
then you're gonna need beauty blender.
Well, wait. What's beauty blender?
Beauty blender.
I'm just wondering. I might need these
A
products.
beauty blender is to blend the makeup into your face.
Okay.
We're gonna need this for your powder because it's just better to use these than not.
What is that? Is that another like?
Brush.
Okay.
You're gonna need contour. You're gonna need
Pay
lip
attention.
gloss. We're gonna need, I'm not doing eyebrows, we're just gonna need this thing.
What is this thing?
The brush for your eyebrows,
Oh, okay.
a spoolie, I guess. And then, that's it. Oh wait, no, we're gonna need concealer and mascara.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff. What's the difference between concealer and mascara? I've seen a lot. I got powder. There's a lot of things going on over there. Will you just tell me as you go?
Yes, I'll do that.
All right.
Okay. So,
Sounds
first
easier.
thing we're gonna do is we're gonna apply our concealer. It goes underneath her eyes.
Orange.
I don't know, it says on one dot. And then we're gonna put it between the forehead.
Okay.
You don't need a lot more.
And we're gonna take this flat one and we're going to
Done
run
with
it
it, yeah.
out. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
So this is concealer.
Yes.
What are we concealing?
It just like makes this part brighter and like covers her, what are these called? Her bags underneath her eyes.
Okay. Zeta, did you know you have bags under your eyes?
Like when you wake
According
up.
to Riley.
Only when you
Okay. So what's next?
And then we're going to use the powder. What color would you like? Green or pink?
green.
Okay. We're going to put this on our finger. Like that. We're going to rub this in. And we're going to put this all over her face.
Do you always start at the forehead?
Yes.
Those that are eating egg and ham sandwiches, try to eat them neatly. Be aware if you're dropping any food.
Why do you have to do that?
Because they were cheap.
Well,
They came in a pack of 3 and 4. So good deal. Yep. Okay, so after we're going to do the powder, we're going to put on her concealer, not her concealer, oh my god, contour, and we're going to outline the edge of her nose a little bit so it's a better shape.
when you do makeup, do you always do this whole thing, or do you do like some parts, some days? Is there like, I'm being serious, is there like basic makeup, like quick makeup, and then like full makeup? Or would you do this every day you put makeup on? Okay.
I don't have
So when would you do this?
like for a special event or like, I don't know, if you're going to a dance or something. Alright, so now we just blended her contour out. Alright, so now we're going to brush out her eyebrows. Then we're going to apply her blush. We're going to take the brush that came with it.
Where does blush go?
On her cheeks to
Okay.
make them rosy. Smile. We're going to put a little bit on her nose. Alright,
Make sure you clean
so next we're going to apply her highlighter and
including that stuff.
and we're going to take a fine tip brush and we're going to put it in the highlighter and we're going to put it in the creases of her eyeballs to make them brighter and stick out in the sun.
I don't know if I should let somebody do that to my eyes.
To the bridge of her nose. Like that. But we don't want to be like in the talking, just like, you know, leave it there, so we're going to blend it out.
I noticed like now you're using your fingers. Do you sometimes use like your hands as opposed to
Yeah.
using the brushes and the...
To blend it out.
Feel like you're lying.
No. We're going to do this. This is very old, but I like this.
What is this?
This is the mascara, and you will apply it to your eyelashes to make them brighter and stronger. Brighter as in more bold and black.
If you hold it on her eye, she just looks up.
We're going to do the other side. That's how to blend, or else I'm going to put that out. And she's going to get really mad at me.
If you were doing that on your own, would you be doing the blink method or would there be a different method?
Yeah, you would just like apply it faster and it would just look better. Now we're going to put this on the lips. How to get it in there, a little bit all together.
What was that? That you-
So it just blends in.
It smells like artificial vanilla.
Yeah, it smells really good. And that's all. All done. Here, close that.
Give her a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Dominic and I'm going to be teaching you how to make no-bakes.
What are no bakes?
They're just cookies. Like,
That you don't actually bake?
well, you have to like put it on a stove and it has to boil.
Okay.
The mix has to boil.
But you don't bake them? Okay.
So, the materials and ingredients you're gonna need is 1 stick of butter that's room temperature, 3 cups of oats, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, a half a cup of milk, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, a half a cup of peanut butter. And for your materials, you're gonna need a pot, a wooden spoon, wax paper, measurement materials, and a cookie scoop. So first, you're gonna place your pot on your stove. Then measure the milk, sugar, cocoa powder, butter, and then place in your pot. Turn the stove knob to medium high heat. Then mix with a wooden spoon until it comes to a boil. Rachel?
How old do you think kids need to be like this?
9.
Did you just say you're talking about boiling?
Yeah.
So would you recommend someone have like a parent supervision for this?
Yeah, that's what I did. I had my mom with me. And then once your mix comes to a boil, start a timer for 50 seconds. And as soon as your timer goes off, take the pot off of the stove and turn the.
Why did you decide to show us this today?
Because my mom made it for my brother's birthday like 3 years ago, and it's really good.
Is that who you bake with at home usually?
Yeah.
His mom? Okay.
And so turn off the burner, Rachel.
How often do you make this?
Like twice a month.
Would you make this like for a snack or a daily basis?
Just like this. Add peanut butter and then mix it with your wooden spoon. Add oats, vanilla, and mix, and then lay out your wax paper and scoop your mix, let it set, and enjoy.
Okay, looks like you already have some pre-made for everybody. And pre-packaged. Now that's a nice touch, I will say that. Okay. Give a round of applause.
I'm Aubrey, and I'm going to be straightening Lucia's hair. I chose this chose this topic because I like straightening my hair, and I do it on like special occasions.
Do you have naturally straight or curly hair?
I have wavy hair.
Wavy hair, so, okay.
So first, the materials, we're going to need a hairbrush, a hair clip, a heat protectant, and a straightener.
This is the second time I've heard of heat protectant this week. Never heard of this stuff before this week. I've heard of it twice. Are you wearing heat protectant? My wife has got to do a better job of educating me on these things. Had no idea heat protectant was a thing.
So first we're going to brush your hair, her hair, or your hair.
Okay, now, could you turn her a little sideways so we can, there you go, so the camera and we can see a little bit better.
Alright, and then you're going to spray your hair, or your hair, you can protect it. Then we're going to push it through. And then you have to separate your hair in half. And then you move like this half of your hair and put it up in the clip. And then you're going to take your other half of your hair and then you're going to brush it through so it's not sitting out.
Okay, maybe turn her a little bit more so we're seeing that. Keep turning her.
And then you're going to take your straightener and then just start straightening your hair.
Okay, how do you straighten the hair?
You sit at the top and you go inside. And you keep doing that over until it's like somewhat flat. And like this.
Yes, I want to see the whole procedure.
Then you just like keep repeating it. And then you can go back over it if it's not like totally straight.
Should you go fast or slow with the, what's that called? Is that called a flat iron?
Yeah.
Straightener? Okay, that's what it's called. Do you have to go over the hair multiple times with the straightener?
Yeah, if it's still wavy, then you can like go over it a couple more times to try to get it to where it's flat.
So if you have really curly hair, you might have to do it multiple times?
Yeah.
Would this work on Jacob's hair? Serious question. You have very curly hair, Jacob. I'm looking at here. You have very curly hair, right? Okay. Would it work on hair like Jacob's?
If it was a little bit longer, then yeah, probably would.
It's got pretty long hair. You have long hair, right?
And then You see if it's straight. Like there's a couple spots like so wavy.
It almost looks like when you get going at pace, that's like almost like brushing your hair.
Yeah.
The pace where you're going. So is the purpose of leaving the other half of her hair up in the clip, just so you're just doing half at a time?
Yeah, so like your hair don't get like so it don't like
It
get,
doesn't.
Yeah, like don't merge.
It doesn't. Not it don't. It doesn't.
It doesn't merge together. And then you have to do the other side of it.
I can't help but be a grammar police at times.
My mom's going to. And you gotta brush the other side of the hair.
Do you straighten your hair regularly? Do you leave your hair wavy? What do you do with your hair?
I sometimes straighten it.
What kinds of occasions do you straighten your hair for? Is it more formal you want to straighten your hair? Is it sports? What's the purpose?
Sports and like if I'm going to dinner.
How long would it take you in a normal morning to straighten your hair? If you decide, I want to straighten my hair today, how long would it take Aubrey to straighten Aubrey's hair?
It would probably take me like 20 minutes because I have like longer and thinner hair, so I would have to separate it into like fours. Like I would separate it in half, and then I would have to separate that half and put like I would do that. And put
Gotcha.
half in
I think Abigail has a question for me.
It takes me to straighten my hair like an hour and a half.
Oh.
It's kind of straight line.
it. It's like
So would that hair straightener work on Abby's hair? Would it work on your hair, Abby? That would that.
But it would take forever because you have to go over and over.
Would you use a different tool? What would you use to straighten your hair?
Just something more like a straightener made for curly hair.
Okay.
There's types of curly products to straighten.
Okay. Well, why don't we give Aubrey a round of applause? I think she did a good job showing how to straighten hair. Okay.
Hello, my name is Abigail and I will show you how to make a golden graham marsh. You will need a golden graham cereal box or golden grahams. You would need a bowl, 2 plates, a stick of butter, a bowl and something to mix with, marshmallows, something to stir with, or another thing to stir with so it doesn't get all over, and some chocolate chips. First, you're going to take your bowl and put the butter, stick of butter in it. And you're going to put it in the microwave. Oh, you're going to put it in the microwave.
Covered so it doesn't make a mess, right?
40 or 30 seconds. So I'm gonna do 30. Just wait till it's good.
Who showed you how to make this, or who taught you how to make this?
So the parents I was living with before, they showed me how to make this,
Okay.
and I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, why would you choose to do this? It was something that I have, like I said, that I really enjoyed, and I would make this on basic. I make this maybe 3 times a month.
How's your butter doing?
That's good.
Careful, it's hot.
Yeah. You're gonna take your spoon or fork. I'm gonna use a spoon. You guys can see. Just stir it so there's nothing of the things left. Yeah, the chunks. So you're going to dump it into that's warm. Okay, you're going to take your golden grams. Okay.
Could you make this with pretty much any cereal you like?
Yes, but I prefer golden grams.
Golden grams are good.
Yeah, we have tried it with cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, and
It's really good.
did you ever do it with like Captain Crunch?
I have not tried it with
Try tricks.
Have you ever tried Tricks?
I only tried like 2.
Okay.
This one I make all the time. So you're gonna put it in here. It depends on the serving size that you're gonna do. How much you put in there.
Gabe says he wants a big serving size.
You're going to serve that.
Careful of the water.
Not enough, Gabe.
I think it looks great. You gotta leave room for the marshmallows, right?
I want some.
You gotta stir it until whoa.
Until they
That
start
tastes
jumping
good.
out of the bowl.
Huh?
Until they start jumping out of the bowl.
Yeah.
You have to crush them?
No. Some people does it fresh, and I was like, why are you crushing it? That's insane. But yep, they're dumping out. You're going to close it back. Then you're gonna take a bowl. It doesn't really matter which one you start with, milk. I personally like marshmallows on the top. So the chocolate chips will be just like a drizzle. Yes. You don't put a lot of.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So approximately how much do you use? About half the bag? A little less than half the bag?
I would say a little bit more.
Okay, then half the bag.
So you're going to put your chocolate chips. Whoa. You're going to put it in for about 30 seconds. And then after it comes out, you have to stir it. Slowly. Feel it.
How long have you been making this for?
I have been making this for about 2 years.
Is this one of those treats where after you have it all made together, you have to put it in the refrigerator?
Well, at my house, it normally gets all eaten up before we can put it into the refrigerator. But since there is butter into it, so I would think probably.
Just curious, like Rice Krispie treats, after you're done making them, you have to chill them in the microwave or in the refrigerator before eating.
I am going to use the bigger one. Yes, this is the biggest one. you can see that it's quite not, let's say, yeah, not melted up. So I'm probably gonna have to put it in for 3 seconds after I'm done stirring it. Isabella,
How old would you have to be doing this?
you would have to be around maybe 10, 9 or 10. Because actually probably with a parent so you don't burn the house down. Normally this kind of thing would take about an hour to make on a stove. So you just put it on the ingredients and then you put it on.
Is that how you would make it normally at home?
Yes. Well, that is sweet. You can see it is now melted. Good. Now you're going to take a smaller and just put it in there. I'm going to drop this in there. A lot of people would put a lot of chocolate in here, but I don't really like sweet stuff like that. Like,
I was just thinking that a good name for this stuff would be called Sugar Rush. You got a sugary cereal, you have sugary sweet marshmallow,
yeah.
sugary sweet chocolate.
It would
Or
be.
you can name it diabetes.
Or you can name it diabetes.
I want to call it something that's, friendly. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush.
I think that would be a good name.
All right, let's call it Sugar Rush. Since Rice Krispie Treats is taken. These are kind of like Rice Krispie Treats, but different.
I do not have another bowl to put these in here, so I'm gonna have to put it in there.
Yeah, you can do it right in the same bowl. The marshmallows will just get a little chocolate on them.
Yep.
So how many marshmallows would you use, or how much of the bag?
So, marshmallows are normally going to cover the whole thing. So, probably a lot. I don't know if I should go
Measurements.
no measurements because we're just normally a lot of people put just how much they want. We're going to put that into lunches. I need anyone have questions? Jalen? When I was little, I did not like Golden Grams, but since my taste buds have changed completely, I have started trying new things. And when I saw the family that I was living with last time make this dessert, I wanted to try it. And I tried it, and my taste buds were like, whoa, this is good. Let me make this.
Hey, we're in taste bud heaven.
Yeah, taste bud. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that looks good. Maybe. Sure.
I think Damien's on board. I think he
Yes.
likes what you're making.
That is hot.
I'm not going to make
We are going to do.
It's a good name for it too. We could call it s'mores mix.
No, it's not.
I know. Well, we'll call it s'more bites then. Okay. But we'll let the we'll let the consumer decide what we should call it.
So, if you have like a little piece of the marshmallow, like, I mean, you could take 2 of the golden grams and you can put chocolate and marshmallows on the little golden gram. It would be s'mores.
Yeah, but the point is the whole bowl together is a giant s'more. It's golden grams, which are like the graham crackers, and you got the chocolate and the marshmallows.
Oh yeah.
It's s'more in a bowl. All right, so now what's next? We still have 2 more of these to go before time runs out today.
So you're gonna pour it in.
At least.
See the very satisfying drink. Oh.
Kind of looks like hot chocolate.
Alright, the satisfying dripping down.
Yes.
That's probably the
Oh, that-
like the best thing. Satisfying.
It's getting all over. I don't think it wants to come off.
Yeah. Oh, it smells like peppermint.
What do you think? This does not want to come out. Why are you freaking out?
Just do your best with it. You're doing a good job.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's tough working with marshmallow.
So,
You have to mix it?
no.
Well,
Sometimes you could just. Like, it would be like a whole ball. And then you could just serve it.
hey, give her a round of applause. Okay.
Hello, my name is Matthew Carr, and I'm going to teach you how to change a tire on an RC car, specifically a tractor/2-wheel drive. And I chose this topic because I really like RC cars, and maybe I want some of you to also get into it. The first step is going to be putting this socket wrench bit, a 9/32 bit, onto a socket wrench, a screwdriver, anything.
What kind of tires do you have on that car right now?
These are carpet tires for Mud Boss.
Okay. And what kind of tire are you going to change it to?
To the original tire which it came to. So, second step, we're going to put this.
You can turn the car sideways if you want. Yeah, there you go. So there we go. Now we can see and you can see.
So, we're going to put it just like that. Hold it still. Turn it. Oh, we also want to make sure that this is covering the floor. So you're just going to turn it. I like to get it to a point where it's loose so I can unscrew it with my fingers. And now we have this nut, we're going to put it somewhere safe where I can remember it. And then you can just slide the tire right off. And I can just set that down. And now we are going to put this new tire right onto where the previous one was. So the little bolt sticking out.
I think Connor has a question.
Doesn't matter like how is it like a syrup, right? Like soup, or they're both the size the same. Like size, like is it like something? Oh, so these are both just made for the tractor/2-wheel drive, like I can't put like a tiny little card wheel on there, but maybe if we mod it soon. But there's also a little hexagon piece in here, which is really hard to show you. If I take the bag off.
Yeah, then just slide the tire off, and we can see the hex.
So there's this, and it has to match up with this little hexagon piece right here. So,
Do you know the size of the hex on that? 12 millimeter. It's 12 millimeter hex.
yeah.
So,
Does it matter which way the traction is facing?
Well, it always is going to be facing forward because this is facing forward. If it was facing this way, it would be hard to put on, and it wouldn't really go on. So, yeah. So you're just going to slide it on. And make sure that that hexagon piece is onto that table. So we're going to find the nut and put it on with our fingers to a point where I have to use a screwdriver. Now you're going to turn this way so that it's tightening.
do you have to change the tires often?
Really, if these are like all the way down here to the rim, yes, but not very that often because this is pretty thick and will last a while. This car has never been onto a track before, never been outside, it's only been in my basement, racing on cement. So now, it's getting pretty tight, I gotta pull the tires still.
Any chance you could pass around the foam tires? People can take a look at it. When you drive it in your basement, you drive it with the rubber tires or the foam tires?
I just usually do it with the foam tires because it's a lot more easier and I like the traction. This also has a lot of traction. And one thing to watch out with when you're putting this nut on, you don't want to put it so tight that it strips it. So you don't want it like super tight or too loose. And that's about it. How you change a tractor size 2-wheel drive tire.
Give him a round of applause.
I'm going to teach you guys and tell you guys how to use a 3D printer. So first, there's a little switch on the side that turns it on. I'll wait for it to boot up.
So, how did you decide to do this for your how-to demo?
I was just messing around with it, and then I'm gonna use it.
What do you print with it? Have you printed things with this before?
I've printed this. Everyone could pass it around. This is the little thing I made.
Okay.
So the first step is to go on a website. Forgot what the website was called, but the 3D printer comes with a micro SD card and a USB adapter, so you can plug it into the computer and get the file. So once you've got the file, you can put the SD card back in your 3D printer.
Do you have uploaded a file already?
Yep. So then you press the little pad down. You go all the way down to print from media. This is the SD card. And then you go down and then select the file you want to print. And hit print. Now sometimes you do have to tune it. So you go to tune. And it's mainly the temperature for everything, the nozzle. I set it at 200.
Dang.
It's measured in Celsius though, so.
That's even hotter in Celsius.
then that I put to 50 degrees Celsius.
100 degrees is boiling in Celsius. 212 degrees is boiling in Fahrenheit. So 200 degrees in Celsius is really hot.
So then you go back to the info screen. And then you wait for everything to heat up. And then it just starts printing. But you do want to check up on it every now and then because this will mess up.
How long does it take to print an object like the boat that you were just passing
So
around?
that boat, even though it's a little bit smaller than what it looks like, it does take about around an hour or two to print. But you can mess with some of the settings with the 3D printer so you can make it go faster. But I just have it at normal standard settings. And also, one thing you want to do is put painter's tape or masking tape on the base so the print can actually stick to it.
Will so the printer is basically just warming up right now,
Yep.
and then it's going to begin printing.
Yep.
What kinds of things? What kind of uses do you see for this? Like to print real items that you might be able to use. Do you know what I mean?
There has been, you can print a lot of tools with it. Like there can be some files to like print a screwdriver or tweezers, or just about anything. I've printed cubes and this little boat right here. And that's just about it, but I have been messing with it for a while.
When did you get this?
I got this on my 11th or 12th birthday, I think.
How old are you?
So first it prints a little line.
What is the file that you set to print?
It's printing a little tab opener for soda cans.
How long will this take?
This takes about 3 minutes. That's why I picked it. It's really small. It's simple.
Okay.
Easy to print. If you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but it's on a flat surface.
You can kind of see it.
You guys can come closer if you want. There's a lot of trial and error with it. But it will print. At least I think it will.
Is it messing up right now?
It is. So, if it does mess up, you can also hit pause or
Move away from the
stop it
light, please.
there. Easy. Because this happens a lot with me.
You-
It messes up. And then there's random junk. But if you do get lucky sometimes, or if you just know how to use it in general, you can wait and come out with one of these or whatever you have on your file. And that's just about it.
Give them a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Isabella. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a paper airplane. You need a paper, and that's all you're going to do. So the first step is you're going to fold it the long way.
Okay. You fold it in half.
Open the paper back up. Fold the corners to the middle.
Do you remember where you learned how to make this, or who taught you how to make this paper airplane?
My mom taught me a little bit, but then I forgot, so I had to re-teach myself.
Okay.
My mom taught me more. fold the sides to make the edge.
Can you hold it up so we can see what it looks like now after those first couple of folds? Okay, thanks.
Now you're just gonna get the paper back up. And you're just gonna fold the rings. Here's your paper.
Give her a round of applause.
Hi, my name's Peppermint Tea. I'm going to be telling you how to make brownies. Simple and easy, but you need a brownie mix.
Is there a particular kind of brownie mix that you like?
I'll just make it hours long as the brownies. You need a bowl, eggs, and oil. Vegetable oil. First, you're going to put the brownie mix in the bowl, and then add the eggs in the bowl, 3 eggs, and then step 3, you put 3 teaspoons of water in the bowl, and then step 4, you put a half a cup of oil in the bowl, and then mix it, and then pour it in a pan, and put it in the oven for 250 for 22 to 25 minutes. And make them like this.
How do you know when they're done?
Just keep turning on.
Okay.
When they're like look hard, but they're not like they don't look silky and liquid.
Got it. Questions for Bentley, guys? Questions for him?
Do you add like any toppings on the brownies when you cook them?
Well, when you're mixing it, you have it everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, these are chocolate chips. Yeah, chocolates.
Do you ever cook with somebody? Do you ever bake with somebody? To bake rice?
I'm usually making it
With your who?
Grandpa.
With your grandfather? Other questions? Okay, give him a round of applause.
Then I'm going to show you guys how to braid my hair, but it's going to be a low braid. So first, we're going to need either like small rubber bands or like regular hair ties and a hairbrush.
Which do you prefer? Rubber bands or hair ties?
It all depends on like how thick or thin your hair is. Like for her hair, I'm probably going to use like the miniature rubber bands, but if your hair is like thicker,
Uh-huh.
I use these.
Is it easier to braid on your own hair or someone else's? What do you think?
Someone else's, so that you can actually see what they're doing. So first, then I'm gonna section 3. I'm gonna make a
Can you turn her a little more that way so she's facing more than we have? There we go, so that way we can really see what's happening.
So, I section it into 3 even pieces. Then you're gonna take your white piece of hair and put it over your middle piece. And normally for like a high braid or like a regular braid, I guess you start from here since it's a little bit. So you're gonna put that over there. Then you're gonna take your left one, put it over your right one. And so it'll look like that so far. Then you take the right one again. And then the left one again. and just continue it down.
Wow.
Then once you start to get to the end, which sometimes it's not even, you're gonna get to where you came. So like right here, where I came from there. And hit the level again. And then